So today we're going to take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. We're now on episode 52 of the series, and in the last episode we saw an Australian battle royale thing happen over here, and we also saw the partitioning of the former Angolan country in the middle of these three. And we also saw the dismemberment of the former pinkish country that was once here, RIP. And we realized that Kyrgyzstan now looks like Nenets in real life, like the region in the autonomous oblast thing in Russia, but backwards. That's a bit funny. And I believe that was everything we saw, apart from the usual updating the GC and nuke shtick. So yeah, let's get started. Quick side note, you guys don't know how freaking badly I just want to like curve this border, like just like whoop and boop. Like the curve just whoa. The curve just looks so good, but a bit uncanny at the same time, which is why I haven't done it yet. So yeah, now let's actually get started. Okay, so first off, we're going to go to Europe, and we're actually going to talk about the Welsh territory here. Now, remember when I said that Wales had a nuke station here because, you know, they have 5 nukes? 4 of them are stationed, in Great Britain. Well, one of those is stationed over here. Yeah. And a country got wind of this, that being Belgium. And Belgium, they want to get their grubby little hands on nukes. And they also want revenge for World War II. So yeah, and Wales, knowing that this is probably not going to end well for them, they are going to send their forces into the Welsh territory, capturing this major city, and successfully capturing the city that holds and stealing it. And now when this country takes full control over the Welsh territory, Wales is in a panic because now a random ass country now has nukes, and Wales is like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. And when the Welsh forces arrive, they immediately like push them all the way back to the border. And when Wales pushes into the Belgian country, and capture their capital, well, they can't find the nuke. They search here and there, but they just can't find it. And now Wales is panicking even more. Oh no, oh no, 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 we can't find a nuke. Oh dear, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. So, Wales is gonna be like, okay, you will go in here and check every nook and cranny in this country for this nuke. And this country's like, why me? They're like, just shut up and do it. And they're like, okay, dude, if you say so. So this country is going to push their forces over here, and they are now going to be occupying this country. And they are going to search everywhere for this nuke. But you just can't find it. They say, hey, Wales, we checked literally everywhere. We searched better than you did. And we can't find it. And Wales is like, oh no, it's getting shipped out. And Wales just gives up. Now there's a nuke out there, or somewhere in the world that's weak country could get their grubby little hands on them. Like, you know what? We're gonna punish you. Yeah, we're gonna punish you for this misdeed. And Belgium is like, whatever. Mission was accomplished. And it's like, oh no. So let's take a look at this peace treaty. And in this peace treaty we see Belgium is no more, but they don't care. Mission was accomplished and the secret operation and was a success, and the nuke has been stolen, which means that this number is now outdated. Wales is actually going to go down a nuke. They're going to go from 5 to 4. Yikes. And after this, Wales is going to learn their lesson. Okay, no more putting nukes on territory that isn't attached to your mainland or separated. Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure that makes sense. The whole world is like, understandable. Now let's move on. Now next up, we're gonna see be over here in North America. Another event happened, a good one. Well, it'd be like the USM, as the country of Georgia is going to be joining in Mexico. Oh, well, not Mexico, the USM. And then we get rid of that capital over here. And the USM grows larger. And now they control all of the Gulf of Mexico. I'm actually going to stay in this area because Alaska, the USM's biggest rival, Alaska's going to be like, we need to expand, but not this guy. We still have a treaty with them, so, you. Who, me? That's right, baby. We are going to be wrecking you. And they're like, oh, so Alaskan troops are going to be entering into Saskatchewan, and we're going to be aiming towards this major city. And okay, I'm just gonna do something real quick. Power Rankings North America Edition. USM number 1, Alaska number 2, number 3, Montreal, number 4 in DC, number 5, Saskatchewan. So, well, this is gonna be Alaska's toughest war yet, and Saskatchewan's pals over here, like Ontario, Montreal, New Brunswick, they all offered to help Saskatchewan, but Saskatchewan is like, no, I'm gonna be fine, guys. We're finally going. I'm going to be the one to take down Alaska. Yes, and let's just see if that's gonna work out for them. Alaskan troops continue to push in and reinforce the front line over here, only a defensive one over here, as now the next game plan and is to head over and do a spearhead to this major city. So they're going to push in over here, but then and Saskatchewan is starting to push them back over here, and it's like, fall back over here, like win over here, and then pull a good counter offensive over here, and use this lake as a vantage point to and siege and capture this major city. And now Saskatchewan is like, oh poop, because now Alaska is going to reinforce this area and go over and capture this major city. But they are getting pushed back a lot here, and some they even forcibly push some of their troops over here, but they can't make it past here. But they do hold a strong ground over here. And then Saskatchewan realizes that this was just all a ploy to circle all these troops before they could pull out over here. So now Saskatchewan is like, oh, we up. And with aerial dominance over here, this front is starting to slowly but surely shrivel up. And yeah, to spare you the details, yikes. No. Yeah. Now Alaska has a giant bulge into this country. Did I have to say the word bulge? I don't like the word bulge. I don't know. She's like, I don't like the word. And eventually, they push in over here to their former ally, which they still aren't happy about just abandoning them in the war. But they are going to, the troops of here are going to escape into Nebraska. And Nebraska is like, I don't want to deal with you guys, so I'm just going to send you guys back to Alaska. I was like, wait, what? No. And Alaska's like, thank you, old pal. And now, with the overwhelming forces over here, Saskatchewan is now starting to regret not accepting the aid that their pals were going to give them, because now they are on the brink to losing their capital, and right as they're about to die, okay, we surrender, just take what you want, just let us live, please. And Alaska's gonna be like, thank you very much, and we're now going to take a look at this peace treaty. And in this peace treaty, Saskatchewan is basically gonna lose like half of their land, as Alaska takes an unhealthy amount of land from Saskatchewan, giving them ugly borders. And to fix those Alaska is gonna say, hey, give us this one province that we want, and we'll protect you. You'll have good trade with us, and you won't get invaded. And Nebraska's like, what choice do I even have? So yeah, Nebraska is going to give this one province over to Alaska. And now Alaska is really starting to rival the USM. And the USM is like, oh no. Let's just be on the lookout for this. And Alaska's huge. Like seriously, these guys are friggin' big. And they aren't done yet, as they basically go to Japan, hey, give us Hawaii or die. And Japan is like, I mean, Hawaii wasn't even that good for us to begin with. It wasn't really useful, so yeah, sure, you can have it. So, why should I care? So, they give Hawaii over to Alaska, and ew. What the? Ew. Okay, I fixed whatever this mess was over here. So yeah, Alaska's big. And all I would say is that I'd watch out if I were you, Ontario and Baja California. I would watch out. As I don't think that they're going to be invading Saskatchewan again, as they have a peace treaty with them. So yeah, let's move on to the next thing. Now, I want to mention something real quick. I kind of want to mention I want to see what the Switzerlands are of my world. So the Switzerland of North America would probably be New England, and South America probably this guy or Argentina, and Africa easily these two guys down here, Madagascar. Oceania, we're not sure yet. And Asia, definitely this green little goober. and Europe easily the Dutch. The Dutch have literally done nothing since episode 5. They are more neutral than the whole Yellow India country that they just had that they killed off for some reason. Still a bit mad about that. And now let's actually get on to the next event of this video. Now the next thing that's gonna happen is that there's gonna be like a Tibetan Union thing happen, and these 4 countries are supposedly gonna get involved, but this guy is kind of unsure because half of their country wants to join while the other half wants to stay independent, and it's kind of like getting into political turmoil. And immediately when the fascists find out about this Tibetan Union plan, they're like, "Oh hell no!" So the first thing that the fascists are gonna do when they find out about this Tibetan Union plan, and well, they are going to declare war on the yellow country over here, which I would say is pretty much the successor of the once yellow country that was like right here a long time ago. Oh, and by the way, just to clarify, I when the Tibetan Union does happen, and just you know, it won't be red because as you can see, there's way too much red in Asia, so probably be like blue or something. Probably the color of this country or a mix of these two guys, maybe. But yeah, the fascists managed to capture the major city of this country, and this is like very bad for this country as down here was a big population center for this country. So if they lose their western half, they're kind of cooked. And that's what's going to be happening. As a few moments later, both major cities and the entire western half of this country is going to fall over into the hands of the fascists. And now this country is getting immense aid from these 3 guys. I saw, the fascists managed to push on over here and getting nearly close to the capital of this country. Like they're like on the outskirts of it. With the new supply is coming to this country, they managed to push back and kick these guys out of the capital, and even managed to push these guys back all the way to here. But the fascists now have an immense stronghold over here, and the fascists are like, all right, you guys let me have this, and I'll leave you guys alone. And they're like, and Mongolia or something are like, hey, how about if you do this, you can't invade anyone else for a while, And they're like, how about instead you get this panhandle thing? And Mongolia's like, alright, fine, but I'm accepting this deal just this once, okay? Understood. And the fascists are like, yes. And by the way, I never meant to make Central Asia so active recently, but yeah, it's just what's been happening, and it's just turned out this way. So yeah, let's take a look at this peace treaty. And in this peace treaty, we see the fascists gain all of the western half of the yellow country, and Mongolia gained the province that the fascists promised to them. And Mongolia gets even bigger. We all love Mongolia. Like, you can't hate on Mongolia. They're just so chill. Like, they're like that just country you cannot hate. Like, why should you hate them? Like, Mongolia is just so chill. Like, come on. You can't hate them. And shortly after this happens, and the Tibetan Union becomes official as all these countries unite and form the Tibetan Union. And I think I'm gonna make their color a wee bit lighter. There we go. That's a lot better. and their capital is going to be right in the middle. Or why not? Right there. And so we get rid of this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. We turn off the major city layer. And boom, we have Tibet. We all love Tibet. And by the way, quick side note, I love this green country. They're just so chill. Like, I hate where they are. Or I, like with this tiny border, and then like a tiny border over here. You guys get what I mean? Like this country looks so, oh, their borders are like the countries bordering them look so ugly, but this country's just so good. Like, come on. But yeah, Tibet, and and shortly after this is the Tibetans make their grand entrance into the Square Alliance. I mean, we all were expecting this. Like, come on, you can't be surprised at this. Oh, and by the way, so something a country is going to join an alliance that might shake things up around here. And what do I mean? Basically, China joins the 3-point star alliance. And everybody's like, whoa, 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 what, huh? Everybody's confused. Why is China joining the Turkish Union side? And China's like, well, India's always been kind of a historical rival in our region, and recently we kind of not liked India. And besides, that terrible leader who was in power for a while just made our overall opinion of India very worse. So this was just bound to happen. And India's like, I hate you. So yeah, crazy things. But now we're gonna update the nuclear numbers in the GC. But first, we're gonna update the GC. So first off, we're going to go to Asia because a Tibetan country decides to join the GC, which that makes sense. That made sense, obviously. And in a shocking twist, Arabia is going to join the GC. Yep, Arabia joins the GC. Why, you may be asking? Well, basically, Arabia kind of want to have their voice heard in the international community, even though they are fascists. So, with this, Arabians get their voice heard. Or this was actually democratically voted in Arabia. Like, although they're fascists, they do just want to confirm that this was the right thing to do. So yeah, Arabia joins the GC. For some reason, I really want to say the GCL. Like, why, brain? Explain yourself. Now, over here in Europe, the Belgrade country is going to join the GC, followed shortly by the Swiss. And then over here, the country of Iceland is going to join the GC. Why weren't they part of it before? Couldn't tell you. Seriously, I couldn't tell you. And the next country to join the GC is going to be the country of Puerto Rico. The Puerto Rican Empire joins the GC. And over here in South America, Argentina joins the GC. Why do I want to say GCL so bad? Why, brain? Why? And over here in Africa, only one country is going to join the GC, that being the Ivory Coast country. They join, and that's about it for updating the GC. And, and now we're going to update the nuclear numbers. Actually, I lied. I'm going to update the power rankings because I feel like I need to switch some things around. So the Communist Union, they don't exist anymore. So a new contender is going to go right over here in number 15. And that country, I believe, should be... I don't know yet. I'm gonna give it to Muscovy. Like, sure, they get absolutely destroyed after World War I, but slowly but surely they have solved some of their stability problems, and they are slowly recovering. Now, I don't think they'll get to top 10 soon at all, but they can dream, okay? They can dream. And, I'm going to, change these guys because I feel like, actually this guy too, I'm going to change the 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Okay, that's a lot better. So, updated power rankings. 1, Turkish Union, 2nd, India, 6, Bangladesh, 3, Norway, 4, Wales, 5, Ireland, then a big gap, then Mexico, China, Alaska, Italy, Crimea, and a few SFU, Colombia, Slovenia, and Muscovy. And I'm going to change Mexico's name because they're not called Mexico anymore, or because they are now the USM, the United States of Mexico. So yeah, that's it for power rankings. Now it's actually get on with the nukes. So first of all, the Turks are gonna go from 676 nukes with 23 in foreign soil to 897 nukes with 30 in foreign territory, which means they've added 7 nukes outside of their territory. So let's see where those are. The Turkish Union, interestingly enough, is actually going to give all of their nukes over to China, giving them a total of 7. Because the Turkish Union knows that they need to stack up China because there's that, and then there's this, and then there's also that, and there's all of this meat. Yeah, and the Turkish Union is gonna give China a plethora more of nukes in the future. Now time to update India's nuclear numbers. They're gonna go from 643 nukes to 20 in foreign soil. So India now has 888 nukes with 25 in foreign soil, which means they've added 5 out of their own territory. Now let's see what those nukes are. They are going to give 2 over to Kenya to counteract Somalia. They are going to give 1 over to North Madagascar. And Ecuador is going to get the last 2 nukes to match with Colombia. And that's it for nuclear numbers. No one else is going to make or break any nukes or steal any. And after this, there's one more event that I want to talk about in this video. For that, let's briefly take a look at the ideology layer. Now, India is a flawed democracy. And for a brief moment, a guy that's supported a lot in the Bengali areas of the Union actually briefly announces himself dictator of India, and the Indian half of the Union was not having any of it, and immediately put the guy out of power, reinstated the flawed democracy. And Bangladesh was not a big fan of that. So, yeah. You might see how that will be addressed in future episodes, the conflict between these two. but still mostly healthy. Yeah, Bangladesh is not happy that India just didn't give the dictator a chance and just what like nope, no authoritarianism. That's not good. And they're just like, fine for now. But yeah, yeah. And actually, online, there's actually one more event that I wanted to talk about, and it's the expansion of the Triangle Economical Pact. So basically, Ontario is going to join the Triangle Economical Pact. Newfoundland and and Quebec, and that's always nice. And over here in South America, Argentina is going to join the Triangle Economical Pact. And interestingly enough, shortly after that, mm, Argentina is going to join the Gear Alliance. So now all the Gear Alliance has expanded even more. And that's always fun. And over here in America, uh, the Colombians are actually going to join the Triangle. That's a year. The Colombians are going to join the Triangle Economical Pact, and the tradition is like you could have joined our economical pact, but sure, do you? Pop off Queen. And that's gonna be it for today's episode of What is Civilization Started Over. Please leave a like and subscribe, smash the notification bell, smash the like button, share this video, and smash the subscribe button. I'll catch you on the